All right, welcome to the Opinion Planet podcast. I'm your host, NoCam, and I am here with a land
Jim
shark
Bag
and a
Bob.
LaCroix in front of me.
I have Ice Mountain Water because I like the shape of the bottle. I'm your other host, Amadeus Kiyoma.
All right.
And
I already said I'm Jim Bag Bob.
I mean, you
alright,
kind of
you
like
can go.
spoke over me when I was like
Yeah.
explaining the drink choice
Yeah,
of
know
this
your
evening.
place. Wait, turn.
Fine, I just won't speak.
What? All right,
All right, well,
we're back, better than ever. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. It's been a pretty eventful week.
Yeah.
Not really in my personal life, but there's been a couple of things. I mean, we've got dying cats. We've got a shitbag officer who we might dox later. I was going to ask you actually to file a police report against him at some point. A couple friends
interesting.
and I. We'll get to it. Obviously we had possibly our last presidential debate. I'm really hoping that's not the case, but one person doesn't
Yeah.
want to do another one.
I tuned in a little too late, but it
Yeah,
seemed interesting
yeah.
from when I tuned in.
We've got the new Apple event. Spoiler: they're coming out with a new phone. Crazy. And then
Whoa.
What is that?
and then my favorite part of what we're going to get to, as you guys can clearly tell by the title, Tua Far, debut episode of the Talk Tua podcast. It's already got Donald Trump's endorsement. He mentioned it on the debate. He said it.
That's interesting. What did he say about it? What does that have to do with the debate at all? In
No, he
American
was
interest.
saying something to Kamala along the lines of like talking to Joe Biden. So if you slow it down, it sounds like he said talk to him. Like if you just
Talk
cut off
to us.
the him.
Okay, yeah. All right, I saw that same thing then.
Yeah, that's what I said on TikTok. Yeah, the debut episode, and boy, let me tell you, my life has changed. It was fucking phenomenal. And then top it all off, I have more goodies to try. I've got some Halloween candy, so
It's not October yet.
if I take enough of them, it will be good.
Close enough.
Yeah, yeah. But this month is like halfway over already, which is depressing. I like this month.
That's not depressing. My
Okay,
favorite
kind of is.
month is coming up. One of my favorites.
What's your favorite month?
One of my favorites is October.
All right, what's your favorite?
Ultimate favorite is I want to say March. I want to be biased, but
Yeah.
April, that's when the snow actually starts going away. But I don't have to deal with that, so it's going to be March.
All right, yeah, that's fair. In your climate, it can be March.
Yeah.
Molly, what's your favorite month?
May.
That's fair. That is my second favorite.
Why? Because of Cinco de Mayo or what?
What? Why the fuck would that matter to either one of us?
Cinco
I
de Mayo
celebrate
could be a
Lent.
great day.
I'm not Mexican. I can't celebrate it.
That
Um,
all right.
Oh shit! One of the other things I haven't seen like the full thing, but Charlie Kirk. I'm sure you've seen TikTok clips of him. He's like another. Let me go to a college campus and debate college students. Um, he did a Jubilee video. It's like an hour and a half where he's debating like 25 different college students about various topics. I guess I shouldn't have said anything because I haven't seen the video, so I can't give my accurate thoughts on it. But
That's interesting. College
I
students are
have
treated
seen
like
one thing.
what?
I've seen one clip of that video and it made me angry.
why did it make you angry?
Because the question asked was like, if you're, say, like you had a 10-year-old daughter and she was like impregnated by someone, would you force that 10-year-old to carry that child? And he said yes. And I feel like a 10-year-old shouldn't carry a child.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's interesting. Like depends on what college they're from or their demographic. But I feel like when you throw a college student in the title, it's like there's some sort of like
Liberal
savant.
college students.
Yeah.
They're like
It's
some
the whole.
sort of like they're a genius because they went to an established university.
Yeah. Well, I kind of get the idea. Like, it's both good and bad at the same. I'd say because like obviously he's not debating people that are as, well, I mean, they have conversations, but like he does this for a living. They are students, so
So
you know,
yeah, it's
knowing
kind of like
every single, yeah, they're not like fully informed, or this isn't their life just yet.
it's
They
like
have
change
the
my mind.
yeah, yeah. But at the same hand, I also get like, you know, these are human beings that are capable of voting, and you know, most people want to vote. Well, I think it's kind of, I don't know. You know,
They're
maybe
young
the
adults and
really,
they're new to the voting polls and they want to
yeah,
get some insights.
yeah. So those are like, okay, I can possibly change people's mind.
That
It never really happens. Like, there's so few conversations where I see like, okay, I don't think you can ever. Well, okay, you can obviously change someone's mind, but like,
Some people are
you
just
have
stuck in their ways.
you have to do it organically. Like, you have to plant the seed, which is like the best case scenario for people
yeah.
like him, where
Well, you can't
I
just go
really
in
don't.
like, okay, dumb fuck, riddle me this. You have to
It
actually
doesn't work.
like, yeah,
You have to subtly plant the seed, and then they think on their own, and then okay, maybe I'm a bit more open, or my mind has changed. But I think it's very infrequent that like you can. It's like if you start like proving someone wrong, most of the time people are way too dug in. They're just gonna nope, nope,
They're just gonna double down on it.
yeah. So it's, I don't know. I get why he goes to like colleges, but yeah, I don't know. I'll watch that video at some point. It piqued my interest. But yeah, before we get into all the heavy-handed shit, how was your guys' weeks?
it was great. Mine was just very, very generic work shit for 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, anything fun happen or no?
Not really. It's just clearing airspace. And then if you see like a red guy, that means it's bad.
Did
And
you
then
kill
you just
someone?
like, no, at least not on my shift. Not that
That
I
was
know of.
pretty quick. I mean, yeah. All right, Molly.
It's been an average week. Um, Signed up for yet another craft fair.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Um, Other than that, didn't really do much.
How about you?
I can say the same. I didn't really do much. I mean, it was a pretty uneventful work week. Honestly, the only exciting thing, what happened last night, and then I did some more work on the Crown Vic, but that's not. I'm not going to talk about that because that's fucking. It's not exciting.
Yeah.
So last night I got a text from one of our former guests, Flaming Fossil.
Okay.
He was telling me about a very injured cat near a restaurant in the town that we live in.
I
Like
saw that.
yeah, its back legs were bleeding pretty bad, and like it could still crawl, but
Its front two legs.
yeah, with its front two legs, but it was fucked. All right, it was. He said to me that it was whimpering, and he couldn't just like not do anything about it, so he was finishing up his DoorDash. He was getting in contact with like an animal rescue team, whatever, and he asked Molly and I if, well, I guess I kind of volunteered, but we went out there, you know, with a can of cat food and some milk, just like
Okay.
give it something to eat and drink if it can. It was like 3 weeks old, maybe not 3 weeks old, but like a month old. It was a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time we got there, the person that Isaac was in contact with already came and whiskered it away. So we were just chatting with an old couple who was also taking care of it because they felt bad about the whole thing. Um, no, it was, you know, interesting. Tried to save a cat. I was looking at Facebook. They've already raised like $800 for medical procedures, which is good.
That's good.
It's good to hear. All right, I like cats, but
Money's money, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, the whole reason why I mention this is there was a police officer who was called to the scene, and I don't know who he said this to. It might have been Isaac. It might have been the old couple, but
Probably
his,
both.
yeah, probably both. His more or less exact words were, "Let nature take its course." This animal wasn't completely fucked. All right, it didn't need to be put down. It was just injured badly, but it's not going to die.
I mean, he
I
had
mean,
a
it will die.
vehicle. He could have like taken them to the vet or something.
Yeah, but no, his exact word, "Let nature take its course." just fucking inhumane, maybe not inhumane, but just sociopathic shit. Like,
Yeah.
there's not a log through the cat, all right? It can survive. It just needs a little bit of help. Um, Isaac, he didn't like that at all, so he gave our local police department office a call in order to try and file a police complaint um, against this officer, try and speak with him. And lo and behold, the guy won't be in for another week because he's going on vacation. So
Oh,
I'm assuming it was just like his last couple 30 minutes for his shift. For some fucking dying cat. Fuck that, man. I just
yeah.
want to go on vacation. Fucking we have
Either
his
I mean
name.
they could also be lying. Like the guys, yeah, he's on vacation,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, it's
like the
possible.
guy was like about to get like talked to, and then he was like, I'm gonna go on vacation now.
Yeah. Either way, it's just a bit fucked because I don't. You can do something, or you're kind of your job. You can't just. I mean, I know you
Yeah, you're part
can
of
just.
public health and welfare. So
Yeah.
when you see these like videos of like, it's supposed to be feel good videos of like cops like helping, ducks across the street or something, or
Yeah.
helping animals or whatever. But
Nope, not our town.
no.
Nope, they just say let
They'd
nature
rather just let the animals die.
let nature take its course, motherfucker.
Hey man, try me.
See, this all right. This is obviously a joke. I'm not gonna incite violence upon anyone, but like, if I beat the fuck out of him badly and he needed medical attention, I just told him I'm just gonna let nature take its course. You figure it out. No,
Yeah.
that's a bit inhumane. I would help you otherwise, but yeah, it's good. All right, I don't think once we get popular, people will look back on this, and we're not going to be a doxing podcast, but um, I might join Isaac in filing a police report because fuck that guy.
That's yeah. I mean, I have no idea how it went down. So,
Well, I just need you to like regurgitate what I said, say that it's unprofessional and kind of sociopathic.
yeah.
So I'm gonna need you to file a police report as well at some point. I'll give you the script. So
That just sounds so weird that like, I feel like you'd have all the time in the world because, not a lot happened in that town. Even if he was like just about to like leave for the day, I would be like, if I did nothing that day, I'd be like, all right, fuck it. At least I have like a story I can take home. Like, hey, I saved a
yeah,
cat today.
But also, if you are going on vacation, how can you fucking live with yourself knowing that, like, this cat is deeply, deeply injured and just you don't fucking do anything about it?
I mean, yeah, especially if it's your job to kind of like help. I mean, you could look at it one way, like maybe he's like, you know, uh, if it's nature, he doesn't give a fuck. If it's human beings, then maybe
what do you
he'll
get paid
start,
for that?
you know,
It's just nature, man.
humans are on a higher level than animals because there's a separation, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, we aren't cats, but we aren't animals. But like, look, if it's a dead cat, it's one thing. All right, if it's completely
Yeah,
fucking dead, it sucks. I get it though.
but
But
that
like, it was
almost
still
that almost like raises like an ethical question. Like if you elevate it just a little bit more, and it's like a person.
yeah. Then obviously you have to fucking do something.
Well, he has to, but like,
Yeah,
would he morally want to do it? Or is it like within his morals to want to do it? Or is it like just because it's in the job description at that point?
yeah, yeah. And you just gotta let nature take its fucking course, I guess. Oh fuck. Ugh. And
All
this
right.
man better not take any medicine of any kind. All right, because if he does, hypocrite.
Yeah, he's letting nature take its course. He's killing the
Yeah,
bacteria, the bad bacteria in his body. That's fucked up.
yeah. If you're taking medication of any kind, that's. mm, Yeah, that was probably the most exciting thing that happened this week
Yeah.
in my personal life was just trying to rescue a cat. Like I said, it does have a happy ending. They've already raised like $800 for whatever surgery needs to be done. Or no, it was 837. Their goal was 800, so they're surpassing it.
That's good.
I might check back
That's
on it
good
in a
news.
little bit here just to see how much more money they've raised. But from the photos, it was a very cute cat. But enough about this cat. So we
I
want to
guess
break the
They're
ice.
eating.
Wants to break the ice about the big one.
They're eating the cat.
they're eating. What do you mean just cats? They're eating the animals in Ohio.
The
Alright.
geese as well. Yeah. All right.
Well, he just said
Wait.
cats and dogs.
Did he
They're
say?
pets.
Did he say Ohio?
Springfield, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, where The Simpsons took place.
That's where the governor's from.
Oh, so that's why he's denying everything. Yeah. Okay, so this is where I'm going to come in with this. So I've done some research. There's two, what do we call these there's two things I've seen. So one, there was a woman in Canton, Ohio. This is only one person who is a U.S. citizen. I couldn't find like a verifiable source. It was just a news article claiming that she was, but I'm going to go with it and assume that they're not bullshitting. A U.S. citizen caught on body cam footage. Police officers were asking her, "Did you eat that cat?" They took a photo of her teeth, which was lined with blood and fur. She wasn't saying anything, so they asked some of the neighbors, and the neighbor said that yes, this lady was eating a fucking cat. She stomped it to death with her foot. So I'm gonna preface this that this is one person. Only one situation of at least that I could find of a person eating a cat, and they are possibly a U.S. citizen. I'll just assume that they are.
That's what the
one news article said, but I'm trying not to like just blindly trust news articles unless they provide like if they showed me a fucking license photo of her, then at least it's like somewhat more convincing. Otherwise, I'd have to fake a whole license, and that's just a bit more work. They can't. No, they can't just like give out a fake license with someone else's face.
Can they just like give out their like identification?
Kinda. I mean, the fact that she's already publicly available.
I mean, like,
but like,
obviously, you can't post their like birth certificate or something.
No, I mean you can.
But
I know. I guess it depends. Anyway, one person she ate a cat, and then there's in the actual city of Springfield, Ohio. I feel like everyone's seen it. There's a black guy in a red hoodie. He's talking about. I believe he is referencing Haitian immigrants are going up to like city parks and they're just grabbing geese and chopping their heads off and then going to duck.
I see a video that's literally labeled Ohio is pissed. Haitian immigrants accused of eating park ducks. And then you have that famous photo of that guy walking with like a headless duck or something.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I know the photo.
Again, I mean, these are like two instances, I guess.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so
I don't know the validity of it. I don't know how true it is.
I thought there was someone that ate a goose.
Yeah, my thoughts about this situation. For him to mention it at the debate, it sounds completely fucking batshit. All right, I won't. It was funny as fuck, but it sounds like what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Even in his best case scenario, if this woman is a Haitian migrant and there's been like 3 or 4 cases in Springfield, Ohio, where illegal Haitian immigrants are eating cats and dogs and geese and whatever the fuck. It's so fucking out there that you would have just been better not being as specific or getting too specific, especially with something that sounds fucking ridiculous when you say people are eating cats and dogs. I think it just served to dilute his point. But the other interesting thing is the mayor of Springfield, maybe it wasn't the mayor, there's been denial on a lot of like government official positions. The mayor, maybe the governor, police chief, completely acting like none of this is true at all.
Yeah.
Which also sent a bad taste. Like you don't win by like completely saying no, he's completely making this up. You just say, actually, here are the facts. We've got 5 cases of this happening. It's just 5 cases in a town full of 60,000 people, or like
especially if that one person is a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, which I guess I can look up in a little bit just to verify, see if anything else came out. But
right, I mean, the thing that I think is interesting is what Trump's running mate?
Vance.
Yeah, Vance is from Ohio. He was literally the governor of Ohio, was he not?
Um.
I feel like he should be talking about it more than anyone.
Well, I mean, he's not that important. He's not going to do anything. Um. All right. Her name, I don't fucking care. She's killed the cat. Alexis Farrell. Um. Again, this is from the Telegraph. They just say that released video footage of an American woman being arrested for eating a cat 170 miles away from Springfield, Ohio. This took place August 16th.
Okay, never mind. He's a senator from Ohio, but still.
Yeah. Um. So I don't know.
I think it's interesting. I mean, it's just another story of a battle of media. You know,
Yeah.
what you choose to believe and what seems the most realistic.
Yeah. I mean, they
He,
can't. They don't give him an inch. They.
you don't really find out unless you go yourself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I want to look more into it because like it doesn't overall change the scheme of things. We'll get to like the actual substance of the debate. At least we'll talk about it in a little bit. Like even if he's completely correct, this doesn't like completely sway my position. Oh, he was right. There's like 5 illegal Haitian immigrants eating cats. But
Yeah.
I still think it's a pretty piss poor job. I know they also like live fact checked him about this as well. Um,
I've
and
seen a lot of people hate the fact that they would fact check because it was
yeah,
only him.
yeah. So we'll just stop talking about the cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Well,
I
hold
can
on.
kind of
Okay.
agree.
So I feel like
Oh,
with the whole cats and dogs thing, it kind of like destroys their point of, you know, legal immigrants. They're coming in, they're taking all the jobs, they're, you know, getting all these benefits. But I mean, if you're gonna like take the strong point of, yeah, they're taking animals like people's pets and going to the public park and eating their food, or like eating the
Eating the
animals
pet.
that are there,
yeah.
then like what does that have to say to, like, does that mean that that's just their culture and then they're still taking the benefits of from the American people, or are they that
My
shit out of luck that they have to go do that for food?
my thoughts would be that yeah, it's like I mean maybe it is a cultural thing where it's just more normal, but I'd be more thinking that like if you're an illegal immigrant who's having a hard time finding food, you make do with what you got. If the, even if that means taking a couple of geese from the park,
Yeah,
which
but like their whole argument is that they're taking, you know, the jobs from
well
American people.
you can have multiple
And
different kinds of illegal immigrants. I mean, you have the ones that take jobs that should go to Americans. You have ones that are eating pets, and then you have ones that take over an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado. Which
okay,
that's
so they have all the coins of the argument, and then they just
well, I
call it a
mean,
day.
it kind of makes sense. I mean, not every illegal immigrant is going to be guilty of the same stereotype or fit into the same category of like, oh, they're only all
Obviously
taking.
not, but I feel like a lot of it is built off of stereotypes, which was kind of the point
Yeah,
that I was bringing up.
well, yeah. I don't think every illegal immigrant is a terrible fucking person. I
Obviously
think
not, but I'm just saying that's he kind of unravels
well,
their argument there on the other side of the coin.
we should get Molly's mom on this podcast. She'll be a good counterpoint to us, and we can hash it out. It'll be
That would
good.
be that'd be interesting.
But
We need
no,
like a stark conservative to like blow our
yeah,
points out of the water.
yeah,
At
we'll
least
get
just
Charlie.
watch them attempt to.
Yeah, we'll get Charlie Kirk on here. I'll invite him. I'm tight. Um, but no, as far as like the fact checking thing goes, they did fact check him. I want to put a quotation mark because I don't know. Who I don't trust fact checkers inherently, because everyone has a fucking bias. But anyway, they checked him 5 times. They did Kamala 0. The idea that I don't remember what her name was, but she gave like a post debate interview saying that like on last debate, the moderators just kind of let statements that Trump made hang as opposed to correcting them. it's either got to be no, you can't correct either opponent about shit that they say, and you just have to hope that like, okay, well, this is what they fucking believe. You should
Yeah.
go research it yourself, find out the truth.
I feel like
Or
most people know though that people aren't gonna fucking.
yes, that's why they do it.
So-
But I think it's either you can't fact check them at all, or you have to do it to both candidates. And there's, my side of TikTok. I think it thinks that I'm a very staunch conservative.
Okay.
I'm not, but it was shown a couple of different fact checks from Kamala Harris where she was, I don't know if I'd say lying. Like it's completely feasible to change your position on certain situations. Like back in 2019 or 2020, she was video evidence in favor of a complete fracking ban,
Yeah.
and then now she's not. Back in 2020, yes, I will sign an assault weapons ban and start instituting a mandatory gun buyback. 2024, she's not for it. I think that's you can change your opinion and your stance as time develops. I mean, people
Yeah, I
can make
mean,
fun of you for being
she's
a
like
fucking communist back in 2019, but you can change as a person.
she's like everyone
But
else, right? So
yeah,
like, what if she like was actually 100% on board with the whole fracking thing, and then eventually found out that that's not going to be feasible whatsoever, because we
if you
need
want to win,
oil.
you can't do that. Yeah, you can't be a radical because you need your corporate sponsors to give you money, and
Well, it's
you
A,
need
it's
to do.
corporate, and B, we're so reliant on oil, like as a
Yeah,
fucking economy in a
it,
country and
it just
worldwide that we just can't do that
yeah.
unless we want to
Same
buy
with
it
like
all from Russia.
yeah, which that'd be fucking terrible. That'd be even worse.
Yeah.
Same with like an assault weapons ban or mandatory gun buyback. Like it's too radical of an idea. There's way too many fucking people that aren't like super try hard NRA members that I'll never give up my guns no matter what. But even normal, reasonable people might not be in favor of that. So you can't be extremely radical. Now I think again, you can change your opinions and like be more muted. But at the same time, I think it would have been very fair of the moderators to say, well, actually, back in 2019, you said this.
Yeah.
Why has your opinion changed? But they didn't do that. This is all because the earrings she was wearing
Yeah.
were actually
Earpieces.
yeah. There's a German company, Nova or some shit. They make Bluetooth earbuds that look like earrings. It was funny. I think that's false, but
That's interesting.
it was funny.
Yeah, you saw well, I don't know if you saw it, but I sent you a video, and it's these guys recording the video screen, or like TV screen, and it's Kamala saying, we haven't had any U.S. troops in any active war zone since the end
Yeah,
beginning of this year, which is the first in like a century, and it just
yeah.
pans to all these like service members, like, what the fuck are we doing here then?
Yeah, that would have been a. That's completely fair to fact check her on that. Actually,
Right.
Miss Harris. So no, I think as far as like the actual debate goes, I think Kamala did a. I liked her messaging more of we got to focus on our future. I mean, it's very easy to get into.
Yeah.
Just you want the future, what your future life. You just want the future to be better. All right, I can get behind that more than this other party is shit. I like her messaging more. As far as who won, I don't know. There wasn't like a definitive winner. I
I
kind of
I
like.
don't I think like whoever's the victor of a debate is just always bullshit, because it
Well, I
really
mean, there's
depends on like the
sometimes.
background of whoever decides that. And
Yeah,
B, I mean, some points were made, some points were thrown in the water. I mean, just because you got all the
I
facts right doesn't mean you won. Just because you
yeah,
made shit up doesn't mean that you lost.
yeah,
I mean, my mom, who is
yeah.
very much a Trump supporter, said that Kamala Kamala did better than him this debate, so
And how did that make her feel?
Yeah.
not happy
Why wasn't she happy about that?
because she wanted Trump to do good.
See, that's interesting because I might want to mention that to her at some point. Like, I get that you want the person you want to win the presidency to like do really good at the debate, but if he doesn't do as good, I'm wondering if like does she think that he just didn't say stuff that she'd agree with, or that like he wasn't as good of a he didn't win over as much people. I'm curious what she how your mother
Yeah.
really feels about that, but
Well, I mean, she was literally like a career prosecutor So I mean, I feel like anyone would have kind of like, whoa, this is interesting.
No, I would have fucking wiped the floor with her. She's shit. Um, no, I think as far as like the overall debate itself, I liked the theme more of Kamala's. Let's just stop focusing on the fucking past.
Yeah.
Let's just look toward our future. As far as like actual policies go, I don't fucking know. Still, I got to do more research.
I don't care.
I
It
like
was
Trump's like, I have plans.
I have concepts of
Yeah, I have
I have
concepts.
concepts of a plan.
Yeah, that's not a great thing to say. Like
The one,
I understand that like you don't have all the pertinent information because you're not president, so you don't like fully have a plan because you're missing some key information. I get that. But you don't fucking say it, especially not
Yeah.
like that. It sounds bad. It's Dutch Vanderlyn
sounds
type
like
shit.
it's like, have you done your homework yet? Like my homework is currently on the drafting table.
Yeah. It doesn't give you a good impression that okay, you know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of
It's
why I like the reporter for that one, because she asks like, so do you have a plan or not?
yeah. Well, I kinda get it, like I know a lot of times when it comes to brokering peace deals, a lot of journalists or even the interview I watched with Donald Trump, like he was asking for specifics, and I completely understand why you can't give specifics about how you'd go about brokering a peace deal. Because I feel like there's a big portion of a negotiating a peace deal where it's like, okay, this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Right.
You don't have time to like, well, okay, now that he said that, I can actually counter. I can take this fucking city so you don't have leverage, whatever. So I'm not like, I don't think it's a mark against any candidate when they don't get into exact fucking specifics about how to broker a peace deal in a pretty complicated situation. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as like foreign policy, I don't think. Me personally, I don't think Kamala Harris will be able to broker a peace deal between the two individuals.
All right. Well, like, what's your concept of peace deal? Is your concept of peace deal like, all right, we're hands off,
Uh,
we're done giving out money?
there is no more active fighting in that specific region, so we'll
And
just go
neither
with
of them are going to accomplish that, at least in a quick
well,
succession.
I don't think either of them could.
under President Trump we have no wars.
Yep.
We have what?
We had no wars.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Afghanistan? What?
We didn't start any new wars. How about that?
All right, that you know of, I guess. Yeah.
All right, I feel like it would be kind of public knowledge if a new war started.
There's private wars, right? There's
Okay, but
undercover wars
we
you
were
don't know
actively
about.
involved. Or did that the U.S. was actively involved in?
What if the CIA is smuggling in cocaine again to
Well,
fund a war?
Then that's the CIA. The president can't really control the CIA. The CIA controls the president.
Anyway, yeah, one thing that I keep saying or seeing is if Trump was going to destroy America, he would have already. If Kamala was going to change America for the better, she would have already done it. You know, she would be doing
She's
it right
not
now.
president, though.
I
But I feel like
mean,
it goes both ways. That's just like a fucking little tidbit that I keep seeing.
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen it too. I disagree that like, oh, he could definitely fuck over a country in a second term, whether intentionally or not. I'm trying to think of like positives that the Biden and her, it's the Biden Harris administration have done. Because like obviously she's not the person in charge, and the vice president, to my knowledge, isn't capable of doing massive policy change.
Something she's done personally, I don't know. I mean, something that the Biden administration did. At least they brought down like like the medication, or like they like set a limit for some
Yeah,
Yep.
medication or something. I forgot what it was called, but that was a big win because big pharma.
fuck big pharma. All right, give me a plea. Give me an unbiased. Just give me an unbiased.
I feel like it's
source.
gonna be hard to find an unbiased source.
I gotta
Especially
try.
around this time.
Yeah.
All right, NPR. I feel like you're biased, but let's just see what you gotta say.
Sometimes you gotta read the bias and then the on
Wait,
like
what?
both sides.
Oh, these are just 5 facts about her. I don't give a fuck. Just
Like
tell me like
facts
things
about
that she's
Kamala
done.
Harris.
All right. Miami-Dade Democratic Party. This is fucking. All right, let's just see what they say. She set a new record for the most tie-breaking Senate votes cast by a VP in history. That's fucking nothing. This one I do actually agree with. I think this is good that they've done expanded the child tax credit. To my knowledge, I haven't read a whole lot about it, but it's something along the lines of like, if you're kind of on the poor side and you have a kid, you're going to be even more poor, not only for the kid, but like those first couple of years where you need to pay for babysitters or someone has to stay home. You both can't be out at a job. I think you need to incentivize, make families comfortable economically to have a kid. Otherwise, it's not, no one's going to want to have a fucking kid because they just can't afford it. All right, yeah, this is all fucking propaganda. They're not going to give sources. All right, it's so fucking hard. All right, you know what? All right, so I'm finding a lot of propaganda sources talking about what Kamala has done. Let's try what has Trump done. I do believe fully that search engines can be completely politically biased. Alphabet, Google's parent company. You know what? Fuck it. Let me just give you the specific number. I guess it's only $5.8 million. Yeah, Alphabet.
Only.
Yeah. In 2016, when Trump defeated Clinton, Alphabet employees, okay, donated more than 5.8 million to Democratic candidates and causes, while only 400,000 was contributed to Republicans. 94% of Alphabet contributions. So is that the company or the employees? That's a big fucking distinction.
Probably employees of the company, if that's how it's phrased.
But it still, I guess, doesn't make a difference because like the employees run the company.
Yeah.
So you can be biased.
Without the employees.
Yeah. But okay, so here are some of the things that, according to TrumpWhiteHouse.archives.gov, the .gov is important. What he has done: unprecedented economic boom. America gained 7 million new jobs. Middle class family income increased by nearly $6,000. Unemployment rate reached 3.5%, the lowest in a half century. So a lot of stuff about good things for the economy.
I feel like the unemployment rate stuff is hard to really, just because the beginning of Biden's presidency wasn't it COVID, and a lot of people needed to collect unemployment during COVID.
So fuck, there was a TikTok I just watched about this. I think it was during April. That's when America had its lowest unemployment in a long time, which makes sense considering what happened in April of 2020. But by the time Donald Trump was leaving office in January of 2021,
unemployment.
I'm sorry, I can't type fast.
Jesus Christ, we need a Jamie.
Fuck you, man. I'm trying to do this. Where's the fucking TikTok I saw?
All right.
Basically, the overall point I was going to try and say is that obviously at the start of the COVID pandemic, unemployment was pretty fucking high for an obvious reason. By the time Trump unwillingly handed off the presidency to Biden, unemployment was not at the same level as it was during the height of COVID. It was reduced by a fair amount. And then that's also not, you can't fully blame him for that because states that instituted harsher lockdown penalties for smaller businesses, etc., you can't directly argue that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I've been speaking. What were your guys' thoughts on the debates? I suppose, Jason, you're the only one that... Did you fully watch it, or just bits and pieces?
No, I only watched like a small part of it. I watched the near the end, which was still kind of interesting because I got kind of like some of the highlights because most of it were in the end.
Yeah.
But
what were your What were your takeaways from it?
I think it was. I don't know. It's as much as what you can assume would happen with a debate like that.
What do you mean?
And you have a prosecutor up against someone who flew too close to the sun.
Prosecutor versus felon. Yeah, that shit's fucking stupid.
I
That
got
doesn't-
all right. Well, I haven't seen those, but
Good
like,
man.
I don't know. Obviously, he kind of froze up here and there, and he took some bait that she dished out.
Yeah,
Like, there's supporters leading his
yeah.
conventions, and he's like, no, they're not. And then he started going on like that rant about like the whole like, you know, was it Simpsons Town?
Springfield.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I think it was just another goofy debate that I really don't give a fuck about because I don't really care about either of them.
Well, you gotta care because one of them's gonna be your president.
Yeah, I
'cause
don't care.
You have to care. You
Unless
have to
there's like
care.
an independent involved, then I really don't give a shit.
I mean, you can still vote for RFK. It just won't do anything.
I said that I'm literally gonna vote for my dick and balls, and then that's going to
Well,
go into
if
the
you do that,
ballot.
then you can't complain. All right.
Stupid.
No, I
It's
don't, I
English
don't know.
teacher moment, or
Yeah.
history teacher moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Aside from the debate, like the thing that I'm actually pissed about, Kamala's fine to do another debate, or she said that she would at one of her rallies, I believe. Trump's quote was, "What does a fighter do when they just lost a match? They immediately say, 'Nah, put me back in. I want to go for another one.'" So, I don't know if we'll do another debate. Fuck you, man. Just do a fucking
That
other
looks
debate.
bad on his part.
It does. Like, even if you, all right, in his mind, obviously, he thinks he won.
Yeah.
It was so easy. He steamrolled her. So why not do it again? Show the whole world that I can fucking demolish her in a bout of words. That she's nothing.
I actually
that
want to
she's
just see a
terrible.
boxing match between the two.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a fun way to settle it.
And
I think it's
just like a boxing match, and then like between like every break, there's like a question. It's like
Yeah.
you have like a 5-minute rumble, and then like once that's over with, it's like, all right, Kamal,
That
what's
is
your
interesting.
opinion?
I don't know.
And you'll get their true opinion, like, if it's about like guns or something. She's like super out of it, and she's like super tired, and she's like, all right, fuck this shit. Fuck guns. I'm gonna get rid of it. All right.
Yeah. I think. Well, I mean, there's got to be a vice president debate. That's got to happen at least once. Speaking of that, one thing that was funny, I finally saw the context for the clip. So back in 2019, 2020, when Kamala was debating Mike Pence, he was like talking and she was saying, "Excuse me, I'm talking, I'm speaking now."
Mhm.
Yeah.
So then, when she was starting the motion of saying something while Trump was talking, he said the exact same line, and then, "Does that sound familiar?" It was kind of funny. It was good.
Oh, okay. So I get
I
that.
enjoyed that. Was a good moment for him.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good. I get why they don't allow crowds anymore, because if like you get a couple of like good moments from the crowd, it starts like fucking with
Boosting
the
your ego.
Yeah.
boosting your ego. It fucks with the other person. It's not good for a debate. But as far as like the debates go, I think they should do another one. But I think to be fair to Donald Trump, they had the first one on CNN, and they had the second one on what was it, MSNBC. So I think it'd be completely fair to do your third debate on Fox News. All right.
Yeah, third debate, Fox News, classic debate.
With
go into the settings,
an
tweak it a
audience
little bit.
and- Yeah.
You fucking, no mute button. All right,
Yeah.
crowds,
Yeah.
like a stadium full of people, just a football stadium at that point.
Yeah. So
Go
one
to
of
the
the
U.S. Bank Stadium.
U.S. Bank Stadium. Yeah, that'd be good.
XL Energy Center.
One of the things that I saw as far as rules of debate, which I find really fucking stupid, is they weren't personally allowed to ask the other candidate the question. So they
That
couldn't
was
be like,
pretty
"Well, let me ask you this."
I mean, I guess
I
elite, like you can try and.
well, yeah, you basically
Maybe
look
more.
towards the moderators, like, "Can you ask her?" I think that's dumb. I think it would have worked to the betterment of both candidates because obviously they can just
Yeah.
call each other out on their bullshit. Can you actually explain that? What are you talking about? But no, I think I'm hoping we get another debate because I just want some more.
Yeah, I want more content.
I
It's
want
fun to
another
watch.
laugh.
Yeah, just because of how fucking absurd it is. You know,
Yeah.
it was debates were boring. All right, let's admit it. Debates were boring
Well,
before Donald Trump. All right.
yeah, that's fair.
I don't think I ever have watched a debate before.
They weren't as
I
exciting.
mean,
all right?
they weren't exciting. B, we're too young.
Well, I watched the 2012 presidential debate, Romney versus Obama, and it was I mean, granted I was what 10,
Yeah.
11 at the time, so it
You
wasn't
didn't
like
care about it.
it wasn't super memorable. I mean, my dad was a Republican, so I was too.
Okay.
The only thing I like really remember about that debate is getting into an argument with another kid on the bus. His parents were voting for Obama, so I was his enemy, and I was like, we were having a shouting match on the bus. It was fucking
Jesus
pathetic.
Christ.
Neither one of us were speaking. It was our
Your
parents.
parents.
Yeah, they were speaking for us, but no, those debates weren't as interesting. I was just seeing a couple more clips of the 2016 Republican primaries,
Yeah.
Hillary debate. Yeah, those were his golden years on the debate stage. It's not like he has a couple of okay moments, but it's not fucking full of zingers anymore. There's no more bazinga moment.
Zingers. Yeah,
Yeah,
because they got rid of the mute button, all right? So it's just boring now. I mean, they're not boring. I mean, that it has its moments, but it's not as fun as it could be.
yeah, which I guess is it's the point because if you made it fun, I feel like the fear is that Donald Trump has he has an easier time making he's better with the crowd,
Yeah.
supposedly. So
No, I
you
mean,
take that
yeah.
you get more
There's
down to the
also like the
practice.
whole like, we kind of look like a fucking goofball of a country. But at the same time, I mean, look at our economy, right? Like we're obviously doing something right. Sure, we
It's
have a
the best
couple goofy elections here and there, but like, we're
best
still on
economy in the
top.
world. Inflation. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I can make a living. I work fucking 50 hours a week and I'm doing great.
Yeah.
How many of those hours are?
All right, whatever. I'm basically working 50 hours a week.
If you compare our currency to like majority of like a big, I would say yeah, majority of the world though. I mean, it's
Yeah,
ours
we're
is
doing better
weighted
than
more.
like when it comes to countries of our size that aren't Russia. I feel like we're better than a lot of them, but that still doesn't mean I'm not going to bitch
What do you
about
mean
it.
that aren't Russia?
What other countries are comparable to our size that
Okay,
fuck
you
how
made
do
it
I
sound like that Russia was better. Like that was the exception.
well, people love their elections over there, all right? They always vote Putin because they want him to win.
Yeah, they like him. As soon as you said that, that was the quickest loss of a viewer I've ever seen.
I insulted the Russian bot.
That's
They
funny.
called it. Yeah. No, I don't know, like look, all the other countries they have it on fucking easy mode, all right? They don't have as much people. People are the issue. Too many people, I should say.
Yeah.
And I'm real, obviously I can speak from this anecdotally because you just go to any big city and you will learn to hate other people and their dumb fuckery of driving, what they call driving. But if you give fucking France the same population and the same land space, they're gonna have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
We're
They're
doing
not gonna
better.
have like the same kind of transportation.
Yeah. See, obviously, there's a couple of things that they didn't talk about, which makes sense because you can only have debate go on for an hour and a half, and that's it. You can't have it go on any longer.
Boring.
It's not like it fucking decides.
It's not
I
like
mean,
a
it
podcast.
yeah,
Which I
kind
still
of.
would root for if there is like a Joe Rogan podcast with Kamala and Donald on there.
They've so I listened to a podcast, the Lex Friedman podcast. He did an episode with Donald Trump, which I was kind of excited for. Like, oh shit, I enjoy the Lex Friedman podcast. He's
Yeah.
really good. I kind of like him more than Joe Rogan in some aspects. I looked at the length. The episode was only an hour and 4 minutes. He's done
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
8-hour episodes, so already disappointed. But
Yeah.
I kind of get it. You're a president. presidential candidate, so you have things to do. The actual conversation was only like 50 minutes. The last 15 minutes was just Lex talking about how he tries to do interviews with possible world leaders, and he was kind of apologizing for the fact of how short it was because these people are incredibly busy. But the thing that
That's insane.
one of the other marks for Trump that I just don't like at all. Every fucking journalist and podcaster that's political, at least, they've asked him, so what happened January 2021? Fake elector scheme, possibly inciting riots, etc. He denies everything. He refuses to talk about it.
That's
It's
his own Tiananmen Square.
yeah, yeah. You should genuinely. It's only like 50 minutes. Look up the Lex Friedman podcast with Donald Trump and just give it a listen. There's some good moments. I liked the fact that Lex asked him, so what are your thoughts about like allowing drugs like MDMA, psilocybin mushrooms to be used in a more clinical medicinal setting? Because he recently just had an ayahuasca experience and it was impactful for him. Yeah, I like that shit. But no, as far as Joe Rogan goes, they both talked about it. But like if they'd ever have Trump on the Joe Rogan experience, and neither person is reaching out. Joe doesn't want to do it because he feel like he'd it's some kind of like I'd influence the possible outcome of this election. Just kind of fucking egotistical to think, buddy. But
Well, I mean, okay. So like maybe he's just worried because, there's been a couple of his episodes that were taken too seriously and people were like freaking out about it. Like the horse pill shit, during COVID. And he's
when he
like,
was
"Hey man, all I do is interview people. It's not like, I'm I'm telling you to go eat the, you know,
yeah, well, I don't
start
think there's anything.
swallowing these horse pills."
Obviously, that he disagrees with him on some stuff. I don't think it's bad at all to like just interview the guy though.
Yeah.
And it,
And no
No,
matter what, yeah, you're just gathering opinions, and I think
yeah,
you're an interviewer. You weren't like
yeah.
that's
He
why,
almost had
the name of this podcast is so clever,
yeah, we're so smart. Yeah, he almost had on Hunter Biden as a guest.
We did?
That'd have been a fucking no. Yeah, we did. Um, no, Joe Rogan almost did,
Yeah.
but they kind of canceled at the last minute, which was unfortunate. That would
That's
have been an
sad.
interesting episode.
They could have like smoked it up in there. Like
Yeah,
Elon Musk.
yeah, crack together. That'd been
I
fun.
remember our English teacher, she got upset about that episode.
What episode?
The one where like Elon Musk like has marijuana with Joe Rogan.
That upset her.
Yeah, because it was the devil's lettuce.
He took one puff. What the
She didn't
fuck?
know that. She's probably read
She just
the
heard him
CNN
just
article for it.
he was chiefing with Rogan.
Yeah.
The fuck? I feel like I would have disappointed her so much if I told her and showed her that my senior project was about psychedelic drugs. She comes
Next
from a
time,
different.
next
She
time
comes
we
from the
visit
fucking
her,
hippie world. That should have been up her alley,
yeah,
man. All her fucking Democrat shit. She was a hippie back in the '60s. I know she was.
yeah. No, next time we visit her house, we'll just have to bring a blunt. Just light it up without asking. Just start passing it around. Just
Yeah.
assume that she'll take it from us.
You want to hit?
You don't even ask.
You're not,
All right,
you're not gonna take it. Yeah. No, that'd be good. Like you just start violently fucking coughing. Yeah. You're giving me
Yeah.
ideas.
Like
But no,
Arthur
I think
Morgan. His third
yeah.
week into fucking tuberculosis.
Yeah. No, I think the highlight of that debate was when Trump shouted out the greatest podcast. It's overtaken us. He mentioned the words "talk to" on the debate. So this is where we get the name of the episode from. Talk to a far. It's fucking garbage. All right. It's it was what they've had one episode so far. It was like a little over an hour. They have someone named Jamie. Every fucking podcast has a Jamie on it. They're copying Joe Rogan. It's ridiculous. But
and what are we doing?
well, we have
Ours was ironic, all right?
Yeah, we're aware of the fact that like when one of us has to go search something, we're Jamieing. right?
Yeah. But them, if they're just like stealing the name, it's wrong.
They literally, yeah. The one guy on their podcast, his name is Jamie. But yeah, it was a pretty white girl podcast. Like, I'd have to listen to it again, which I don't want to do. I
I
mean,
don't
what
think
do
I
you
can
expect?
handle listening to it for that long.
You got to do it. All right, I did it. You can do it. But I mean, what do you expect from the Hawk Tuah girl? I was kind of, this is my bias. I thought it was going to be like her talking with celebrities, like her interviewing people. No, I have a terrible idea of what a podcast is. Like when we have guests, we interview them, we ask them questions, or we just shoot the shit with them. It depends on the
Yeah.
guest. If it's someone we're comfortable and familiar with, i.e., Tracy, motherfucker, I know you're listening. Yeah, I mean, we ask your opinions about shit,
Well, it's
but
12
we also
o'clock.
just,
It's 12 a.m. where he is right now, I think.
oh shit, so maybe he's not listening.
Yeah.
But no, like with him, we it's not so much of an interview of this particular person, more so just, yeah, how's your day been? But we get a random person on here, yeah, we're gonna fucking pick your brain. We're gonna interview the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
But the
hence that one episode with that one person with
yeah,
keep forgetting that group called.
the Freemasons.
Yeah, the Freemason Club.
Is that
That one's
is
still
that
one of my
really
favorite episodes just because we got on a
yeah,
random viewer and like they had
yeah.
like a genuine
They have
like of course
beliefs.
they're like on the deep end of some topics, but fuck it. That's a genuine person with their own opinions.
Yeah.
So
That's that's what we aspire to do. But fuck, what was I gonna say? It was very surface level. Alright, it's nothing fucking what do you expect? It's talk to a
right.
talk to
I mean I
it's
expect, people to talk to him. And then she's going to like ask questions, like meaningful questions, and then
pussy hair for
and then
10
at some
minutes.
point doesn't she just sit there and reflect on like, what led me to this point? I just said two words and now I'm here or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy now. You have a podcast. Look, listening to their podcast and another podcast that I'll mention here in a little bit, it's kind of an ego boost, all right? Because I listen to, you know, Joe Rogan episodes. I enjoy some more than others. Lex Friedman, he's really fucking great. I enjoy his shit. I don't feel an ego boost listening to those podcasts. I feel like, okay, let me take notes. Let me learn from you.
Yeah.
Listening to fucking Talk Tua, fucking, I feel so much better about the shit we're doing, even if we have no one fucking listening to it.
It has to be better. Like there's no way.
See for yourself, right? Just put it on in the fucking background when you have some time, and you'll tune out almost all the episode because you'll just like, what the fuck were they talking about?
All right, I will.
Good. I'm glad. I might put it on tomorrow, Molly, so you have to listen to the Talk to a podcast. But because it'll make you feel better, all right?
It'll give us
About
insight. It's somebody
yeah,
with a successful podcast.
yeah, we can
So
learn.
I mean, obviously we can learn from it.
We need to get a they need to get a podcast license, all right?
Yeah. Let's start talking about our ball hair now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that how
Yeah.
you get famous, by talking about fucking
Molly, how does my ball hair make you feel?
nothing?
Makes you feel
I
nothing?
have no emotions towards it.
Damn. Jason, how does your ball hair make you feel?
Fine.
It doesn't make you excited like, damn, I'm a man.
No.
What do you do? Do you like
Doesn't-
do you style it at all? Like
Yeah, I
you
put
put it in
like
a little
ponytails
ponytail?
on it.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
like
Do
a
you
little
groom it?
ponytail
Do you like
holder,
a
and then I like wrap it up.
well, do you like comb it or
Sometimes I braid it.
see? And now we're waiting for our fucking 15 minutes of
Yeah, there
fame.
we go. There we go.
Good.
Yeah, all we got to do is clip that. We don't even need to clip it. But just wait 5 seconds and just wait for the viewers to roll in.
That'd be crazy. All right, what if 20,000 people join just because you talked about braiding your fucking ball hair? But no, that's. I'm obviously, because I drive so fucking much, it's just going to be another podcast that I listen to now because the two podcasts I kind of enjoy, they don't upload great episodes every fucking time. It's, yeah. I commented, to my knowledge, I was the only person to comment on it. Her Spotify episode. I told her that she should have the Opinion Planet podcast on as a guest.
That's good. That would be great. That would be our like 1 minute of fame, because I
Yeah.
don't think I'd be able to last that long just sitting there and.
It's got 2.5 stars on Spotify.
So it is
Wait, let me-
actually 2 out of 5.
Yeah. Well, where are the comments? I know I commented on this.
Maybe they took it away.
No, there's no fucking way they took out the comments.
There's got to be a way we can email
Maybe
her.
they were just getting too much hate, so they're like, "Yeah, fuck."
I was the
this."
only comment for the longest time.
Maybe they didn't like your comment.
I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't
because it
really
was
like.
advertising.
I
Kind of
didn't
like
really
Reddit,
tell her.
you know?
I didn't really mention like how to get in contact with us to have us on as a guest, so maybe that's my fault. But I don't know. I mean, on one hand, I think this is a complete shit show, and this is nothing new. This isn't good at all. On the other hand, why would I expect her to actually come up with something good? This is very. I completely get it.
She got quote unquote famous
So you're gonna
for
do
saying "Huck cuck."
That's
Huh,
amazing.
Yeah.
Playpodcast.net, whatever the fuck. I just see a review on it's 2.1 out of 5.
Yeah. So obviously you're gonna do everything in your power. Like if we had fucking 15-second clip that somehow went viral, we would be
We'd capitalize on it.
yeah, we'd be doing I mean, we'd start a podcast.
Or we'd already
We
had the podcast. But I mean,
yeah.
you had people from like Vine that like were successful from that and kind of did the same thing. She didn't.
Yeah.
All she's doing is just repeating the same shit. I feel like we'd like kind of change things up. Like maybe reference like, oh, we got popular with this fucking thing. Let me reference that like once in a fucking lifetime. But I feel like
Yeah.
we'd still change things up or like try something different.
Yeah.
But like if
Okay,
you're just
so
saying the same shit over and over, I mean,
yeah. Oh, I feel like we've already mentioned, her description how it's the biggest meme of all time, but whatever. No, so I found my comment. I posted it 4 days ago. It is still in review.
Jesus
Quote unquote,
Christ.
all I said, you should have the Opinion Planet podcast on next. In review for 4 fucking days and still ongoing. What the fuck?
They're probably trying to figure out what Opinion Planet podcast is.
That's the hope. I'm the only comment on Spotify. The only one.
Why is it in review that
I don't know. There's been at least 2,000 ratings of this podcast.
maybe
Jesus.
everyone else is in review and that's why it's taking so long?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can believe that actually, yeah. They have too much fucking this is dog shit.
Yeah. A 2 out of 10.
Yeah. But Donald Trump endorsed it, so that's good. So
Yeah. And what that one Family Guy episode? I just want to talk to it.
so fuck. I guess we're part of the problem because we're feeding.
Yeah, we're literally feeding into the fucking hole right now. But you know what? Yeah, we've been on for an hour. I think it is time for our halftime.
That's good because I got to take a piss and then pop some Xanny bars.
I gotta pop some zins.
Have fun.
Yeah, everyone, enjoy our halftime. We will be back shortly, right after these messages.
Is that my
Opinion Planet.
Welcome to Opinion Planet Podcast Halftime. Here's what's next and what to expect. All right. Well, normally after around our halftime, we have a advertisement, which is a fake advertisement. It's just a little fun thing we do, but today we decided to do a little halftime thing, which I think was interesting because it kind of previews what we're going to talk about next.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. I mean, I think we honestly, once we get really popular, we can have like both a advertisement and a halftime break. But
That's what I would do. Yeah, have like a five
yeah,
minute break,
yeah,
just like all together.
yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna start off this second half of the podcast. No Carter substances. I'm just taking Danny bars. I don't expect to have. You know, we might have to cut this episode short if I literally start passing out in the chair, but we'll find out. I can feel the fentanyl. It's a pill. All right. Actually, stop it. It's that's gonna keep me awake. Actually, if I start dozing off, stop. Um, I was just gonna go on a quick tangent. It does remind me that benzodiazepines are actually the technically third, but I'll go with second substance I've ever tried. The first substance obviously was weed. Had a massive panic attack, and my dad decided to give me some of his anti-anxiety medication to mellow me out. It worked. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I almost wonder because like, was it just that different of a sensation for you? Because
what do you mean?
the first time I like had an edible, right, it was like
Oh,
different than
yeah.
putting
Well,
an ice cream sandwich in a shoe.
yeah. Well, all right. That was a brain dead moment. I wasn't thinking.
Okay.
I I don't know. Like I didn't think about what to expect at all. I think the environments were very different because I mean, let's be real. As far as set and setting goes, you were in a inside a place. You had two people you knew and were kind of friends with around you. Um, I was with someone that I was acquaintances with. The most we ever talked is like when we disagreed about something politically, or we're just like chatting about random shit. And I smoked in a cemetery,
Okay.
so I that coupled with like not really trying to mentally prepare myself at all. It was also the first time I'd ever have my sense of reality fucked with, and
Hey, yeah, were you drunk ever before that?
no, like I think when I was 8, I'd taken like a sip of beer and I just fucking hated it. But
Okay.
no, that was
Well,
like the first time I'd ever been out of my right mind, and
okay.
I started freaking out
Yeah.
because
I guess yeah, since yeah, my first official substance I guess would be alcohol. And then
yeah.
so
When
like
did you start drinking?
I mean, I guess the first time I got like hmm, first time I got like drunk was the time I was at your place. You know, like right before
Yeah.
college, we're watching that thing, and then I was like, open me up to a new world. It's like I can't wait till I'm old enough. And then I came back from college. I still wasn't entirely old enough to drink. I just drank at home,
Yeah.
like the shit that they had. That was the second time. Ended up puking like 4 times on the floor, cleaning that up in the morning
Jesus. Damn.
because it didn't know when to stop.
That's
And yeah, and then I had the edible experience. Like
this ain't shit. Yeah. I'm glad you had a more enjoyable first time with THC than I did.
yeah.
Good.
Well, I mean, I was judged significantly for having like the first time I've ever had munchies.
I'm sorry. It was an asshole thing to do. I can't defend that. I was just being a cunt. I felt I don't know why I was so fucking pissy or just like trying to rub it in your face.
For context, we went to Domino's, right? Because I was like, it's like I was waiting for it for a while. Hence why I did this edible ain't shit moment and had two
Yeah.
because I was hungry. So I was
Yeah.
hungry to begin with. I had two edible little fucking cookie things, and then like all I remember is just like bits and pieces of us just walking to Domino's.
Yeah.
and then just coming back, and then I had like the spins, but except it was forward, those
Yeah,
vertical spins, and then
I don't
eventually
like
like
it.
it died off, and I got like really hungry because we're
Yeah.
like on Spider-Man 3 at that point,
Yep.
because we were doing like a Spider-Man marathon, and
Yeah.
yeah, there's like some, I forgot what kind of pizza it was, but I thought it was really good at the moment, because I don't think I like ate that much that day. I was like, all right, you know, I'm hungry as fuck. I'm gonna keep eating. And then
Yeah.
this guy that that enticed me to try this stuff. I kept trying to eat pizza. He's like, fat ass. The fuck are you eating?
I don't know if I said that specifically.
He definitely said fat ass at some point. All right.
I'm sorry.
You probably did.
I'm sorry.
That was, it
I've
was
never
pretty
been.
good.
I'm really sad I couldn't have witnessed it,
He wasn't
but
like you did good.
Just-
All right. Like compare our first times, you did way fucking better.
But I feel
You
like that's like, being
not as fun.
an alcoholic is kind of in my system, and
Yeah.
getting drunk is kind of similar to being high, at least in that.
No. No. Not at
At
all.
least compared to my experiences.
All right. Well, edibles are different. All right. Like if you had smoked properly that one time, you would have felt different. But
Okay, well, fucking props to my teacher. All right.
hey, yeah, that's fair. What about you, Molly? What was the first time you ever tried something and it actually had an effect on you?
um, I guess alcohol.
Just the one time a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
Well, no, I guess like the first time we drank, you were feeling
like I had that like fuzzy feeling, but it didn't really like change much.
yeah, but then
Um, but yeah, that just a couple of weeks ago. Well, maybe like a monthish, I guess. Not quite a month, but probably closer to a month. I don't know. Yeah, I ate like practically nothing. My sister wanted to get me a drink so she could say she had a drink with me after being 21. I could already start feeling the effects after the one drink. Um, I devoured a croissant. It's a really fucking good croissant.
yeah,
Um,
that's what I like about certain drugs. They make food taste fucking incredible. I mean, you can
Oh.
attest, Jason. I can too.
and then we went to the brewery to get food. Um, I went into the bathroom, came back out. My sister had like this, like, oh, free drink chip here. I didn't know what you'd want. Gave it to me, and I was like, oh, okay. And she had already ordered a drink, so I wasn't gonna be like, oh no, I don't want it. You can keep it.
Yeah.
So then I ordered something. Yeah. Forgot how to spell my name at one point. That was a fun time. I forgot to zip my pants back up after I went to the bathroom.
Nice. That's good. I had a ice cream
Yeah.
sandwich and a shoe. You forgot to zip up your pants. Jason, did you have any like I don't know if I'd call it dumb fuck moments, but like do you remember having any the first couple of times you were intoxicated of any kind? Hello?
Jason?
Okay, whatever. Um so yeah, it
But-
wasn't super enjoyable.
No. It was a crowded place.
Yeah.
Very. One of those like local bands
Yeah.
that play covers of songs.
Yeah.
We were like right next to them, so it was like incredibly loud.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. It just completely like disconnected. But
Nice.
no, I don't. I think the
Did
only
you catch any of what I said?
yeah, I heard everything. It's just that for some reason I couldn't talk. But yeah, I wouldn't call it really a dumb fuck moment. Just me being goofy on alcohol, but like calling our former co-host, and then like he was just saying normal shit, and I was just laughing my ass off to it.
I'm playing games on my Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah, the Cold War party, I wasn't really allowed to have a dumb fuck moment because I don't want to say I was babysitting you, but I was also like
At
really
a
making
certain point,
sure
yeah,
that
you
like
were.
that like we weren't gonna die
Yeah,
because you didn't know where like how to get back home,
I was a
and then
bit.
you
Remember?
threw
We're
up
gonna
when you
take you
got
somewhere
back.
special.
I don't remember this. I don't know. It's crazy. That's what I don't
Um,
like about certain
well,
drugs is like blacking out. Like,
I've never really like blacked out though. The closest I've gotten was the camping trip that I went on last
yeah,
summer. Literally last time I went on leave, and like that really got me to stop drinking for like a while because I didn't like the mindset I was in. Because
yeah.
somebody like the beginning of it, it was my dad's like girlfriend that like started like asking depressing ass questions right when I started drinking, and then that just kind of like set the mood for the rest of the night.
You got to take it even further. You have to ask even more depressing questions.
I should have like brightened the mood by like making myself feel happy while making other people feel like shit.
Yeah, put them
But
down.
it didn't. But I it just let those like things sit in my mind, and then I got mad, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's good. You had
it
a bit of.
was that was a weird like a really weird night. But
It was. I think it worked out. I mean, you had a bit of a. We'll call it a revelation. I don't.
I mean, I've been drinking less here and there. I mean, I'm drinking right now
Yeah.
as we speak, but I feel like
Yeah.
again, I
I.
did something for it. You know.
Yeah. Making it a reward system, which is nice. I. I don't know. I'm surprised I'm not more of an addict. Like all it took was just a month-long tea break from smoking weed, and
Yeah.
I just never like got back into it the same way. I was only in the game for like a year and a half when I really started to enjoy it and try and hang out with people. And just when you get high, it's fun, which I guess is good because shit gets expensive real fast. You're just chasing a dragon always. But no, I was just gonna say, as far as like blacking out goes, there's only like two instances of it. One Cold War party. Like I said, the last thought I remember having was that I think you had slightly more of your uh, screwdriver drank than I did. So I remember, just, oh fuck no, you're not getting ahead of me.
Yeah.
So I remember taking a big fucking gulp, and then that's the
It's
last thing I
weird. You don't
remember.
remember suggesting going outside?
No, I have no
yeah.
recollection of.
You suggested it, and then
I have no recollection of being outside. Like it, how it. I can't. If I try to imagine it, I feel like I'm just making up a memory.
yeah,
I
those
don't have.
are yeah, those were like bits and pieces I remember. Like those were the like weird. It's like a
Yeah,
PowerPoint.
yeah.
So
Like
like
I
we're
have.
like there's some good times, and then at some point we're just sitting on the edge of the gazebo talking about sad times, and then there's
Yeah,
some more good times of us like laughing, struggling, getting up the stairs, and then
I
it
don't
was
know.
like I don't know where we are. That's what you said, and then I just took us home, and then you just started puking. We got back.
Not right away.
That's all right. That's what I remember. But like,
Was it like unprompted? Was I just like kind of chilling and then throw up all of a sudden?
No, okay. Here's where I can come into play with this.
okay,
You guys got back. I was like trying to sleep, but couldn't. Um, Carter came into the room. He then walked back out, was just laying in the bathroom for a bit. Probably because you felt like you were gonna throw up, but you
yeah.
couldn't verbalize that because you were not talking. You could not speak at all, pretty much. You were in that kind of state.
I've seen people like that. I can
Yeah.
imagine
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
when he
And then
spoke, I understood him.
we were on the same wavelength.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why.
No. No, like he couldn't even like mumble anything at that point. Like he was just kind of dead. Um at some point, you, Jason, tried to drag him back into the bedroom out of the bathroom. I think because you needed to use it.
Yeah, because I remember that I needed to take a
Yeah.
piss. And I needed to
Yeah.
use the bathroom.
So you like dragged him back into the bedroom. He sat there for a moment on the floor. You tried to help like get him back up so he could like get into bed. And
Yeah.
then he just like kind of shook his head like no. And then like after a few seconds you just threw up on the rug that was in the room.
So I can confidently say that Jason, you fucked me. Okay? I was in the drunk me knew what I was doing, right? If you just pissed outside, I would have been fine.
All right.
No, it's so
I need to
weird.
use the bathroom. I didn't know why you're taking so long. And then
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently I wasn't like cognizant enough to think like, okay, this man's about to throw up. I should probably give him a garbage can. Which that should
yeah.
have been your role, Molly. All right.
I was literally no, I literally had the garbage like in my hand just like trying to like motion like towards him just to see if there could be any sort of like, "Hey, do you need this?" But then by the time like it actually started coming out of his mouth, I wasn't fast enough to
Yeah.
like be like, "Oh shit, I need to
Yeah.
put this under him."
Yeah. See, it's so weird because
But
there's I think like 3 times I've thrown up from drinking. I remember 2 of them. Obviously, that night I remember nothing.
Yeah.
But the second time it was last Halloween. Like I still remember, not like when I just Irish goodbye'd. I think what fucked me up was smoking as well because I wasn't in the game anymore, so I can't just drink a fuck ton and then smoke a little weed and be perfectly fine. But I remember like walking about a quarter of a mile, maybe. It was a fucking struggle. Like I could not walk straight to save my life. I remember thinking a car with LED lights passing by me was a police officer. So okay, this is the
Oh,
time to like straighten up. Walk normal. Don't walk drunk. I failed. I couldn't
put
keep
it.
my
Okay.
balance.
So like you were of age, right? At that point?
Yeah, but public
public, yeah.
intoxication, and granted, I was
It
white,
was
so
a
I would have been fine. But
You
it was
weren't
also
drink.
Halloween night.
You weren't drinking though.
no, but I was drunk. So
But you're
it's very
walking home
look. We just had a
instead of
story about a
driving.
fuck-ass officer refusing to give care to a cat. I think it's perfectly within the
All right.
cop's
If they were
ability.
like batshit
It was
crazy,
also a
yeah.
Halloween night, so it might cause for more of
I
like
could
a
have been a danger
yeah.
to myself. I don't know where I'm going. I could walk in the road. I couldn't really speak. I was fucked. All right, but I
Okay.
still remember
Yeah.
like how much of a struggle it was. Like I eventually got to a park and just sat down on a bench. Finally, texted or called you, Molly. Like,
Texted.
yeah, I can't walk home the rest of the way. I need you to come and get me. I still remember how fucking difficult it was to like stand up. I remember I had a
Yeah.
knife on me. Um, I remember just like stabbing it into the table to just try and like I don't know do something to keep myself awake. But
Yeah.
shit like that, it's so weird and uncomfortable. Like I have that night is the only time I've ever like fully lost hours of my life. Other
I still regret not grabbing that bucket.
yeah
I was strongly debating like should I grab this right now?
yeah
And then I was like no, it'll be fine. It's a short drive.
A similar night to that would be when I just finished the 2-week training, in Louisiana, right?
yeah
It was shitty. Every day we're doing something different. And then I don't think I had like the greatest, person who's directly above me either, you know? Because they're like always like angry about something and then they're always on edge, which always made me on edge.
yeah they're not fun to be around.
So as soon as, alcohol was involved, I was like, fuck yeah. And then I was like, all right, well, I haven't, called my mom in a really long time. So let me do that. And then I did. And then like mid conversation, I popped in a Zyn. Again, I was like really new to Zins.
Yeah,
Which is, for people who don't know, it's like direct, it's just nicotine directly to your bloodstream.
good.
And then as
Not
soon
that.
as that happened, I was like, all right, yeah, I'm not feeling too well. And then she's like, all right, you're that kind of drunk? Yeah, it sounds good. I'll talk to you later. And then she just hangs up. And I'm just sitting in the grass. I spit out the Zyn like, oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah,
but like these two other guys come out of like a different of a different bay, and then they like, all right, man, where are you from? And then they like kind of take me home, which was, was just around the corner.
Yeah.
Good people,
Yeah.
especially really good since they didn't tell anyone because we're not supposed to have
Yeah.
alcohol at that point. So I kind of almost fucked my people over. But like, at the end of the day, it really didn't matter, right?
Yeah. It's good. I don't know. I think they're enjoyable. I mean, I don't want to like ever get blackout drunk again. I'd rather just like be completely fucked up, but still have complete memory of it, because I
Yeah.
can at least enjoy the. I can remember how fucked I was and look back on that. But
Yeah. I guess the only instance of me being
growing up.
like legitimately like not happy drunk was that one night from when my dad's girlfriend decided to like bring that random shit up.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I've never been sad drunk around other people. I know there were plenty of times. Well, plenty is a strong word. A couple of times where I was just drinking by myself and kind of just deliberately like made myself sad.
Yeah.
The alcohol makes it easier to just be like, all right, let me cry about my life for a little bit.
That
It's
was actually like the second time I got really drunk. That's why like I drank so much because I was like,
yeah,
I'm dropping out of university. I'm gonna do this other thing with my life that's like
yeah,
military related, but it's not what my life goal is. What the fuck am I doing with my life? And then I just
yeah.
drank the fuck like I'm such a fucking failure. And then
It's
I woke
good.
up the next morning and I'm like, all right, let's lock in.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to like snowball yourself into just like boiling over a little bit. As long
Yeah.
as you do it yourself, because then you're in control. But if like life snowballs you over, then it feels so much more fucking miserable and
Yeah.
powerless. But if you purposefully fuck yourself, it can have some benefits. All that is to say, you just gotta be in touch with your emotions. There we go, drive through therapy. It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
We need to bring
I don't
back.
know. It's been like what, 15, 20 minutes? It's hard to tell how placebo this shit is. I feel kind of mellow, relaxed. I feel very I don't know. I'm not going to get any more intelligent, I can tell you that much. I feel very soft spoken, which is interesting. I'm going to try and fight that. I'm going to try and be peppy with my words
Not like
cuz
mentats.
yeah, I'll take some fucking Nuka-Cola right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as some of the other things we wanted to talk about, obviously, my favorite company, Apple, they've announced the new iPhone 16, and since I do have an inside source within Apple, I can share with you guys a couple of the new features that are going to be coming out with the new phone. It's going to have a power button to turn it on and off at your will.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Never heard of that before.
You can also, and this was actually really cool. I'm thankful that they came up with this. You can adjust the volume. Like you can like make it go up, like increase the loudness, and then you can make it go down, like decrease the loudness.
Whoa!
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of sorcery is that?
It's fucking I love it.
Wait, did they
I don't know.
update the AirPods Max?
Maybe they probably have some new iteration of it.
Do they?
I don't know. AirPods, I was kind of disappointed with them. Like from what I remember, they worked like with no issues or I had no complaints with them for the first couple of months. But then, if I didn't have any music playing and I just had the noise cancellation active, it wasn't good noise cancellation. There was like a little static sound playing constantly.
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
they changed it. Did they?
I don't know. It's a new phone. I won't get it. They have Apple Intelligence, which is so crazy.
Oh,
AI.
AirPods Max and fresh new colors. Okay, so we have Apple 16 Pro, which is literally, built around AI, which, obviously it stands for artificial intelligence, but they call it Apple Intelligence.
That
Um,
is really cringe.
yeah. Quickly access camera tools, stunning 4K, 120 FPS, Dolby Vision video. It's just like better video options that takes up a shit ton more space in your phone. So if you get the pro version, make sure to fucking upgrade that shit to the like 1 terabyte or some shit if you're gonna use Dolby Vision video or some shit.
What the fuck
Uh,
is doing that with your phone? What the fuck?
yeah, A18 Pro chip. Just another ARM chip inside the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new phone is just built around AI. Cool.
What do you?
It's just the same phone as before, except it's got.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Fucking PC cut out for a second. I was gonna ask this to both of you. So like, AI is obviously technology's massive selling point. It's the new anything can happen, so to say, stage. What's like the best outcome AI could have on us as a society? Like, how would it be integrated in a way that is actually game changing? So I was thinking it would obviously it's a supplementary tool for like doctors to just have a massive database comparison asset. You punch in a list of symptoms, etc. It narrows it down for you. It makes your life easier. Same with like fucking mechanics and shit.
So
Plug it in.
what most companies use it for is just like a search engine tool, because it
Yeah,
like just finds things around the internet quicker. That's pretty much all it is. That's
but
why
what do
you
you
have
think?
like Copilot on Google. That's
Yeah,
all it is just an accessory to help you find information quicker. That's pretty much all it
how do you
is.
think it would be used? So military obviously has their hands in everything. We get the
Yeah.
hand me downs from military. How do you think AI would be used by DoD, fucking security agencies, intelligence agencies? Because I feel like AI can definitely play a role in that. I don't
I
know
mean, the
about like
AI we're talking about, uh,
well, no,
maybe.
but military has something better. That's how they go. So I wonder. I'd be curious to see how that would work. Like, who has the most advanced computing, artificial
Yeah.
intelligence
Well, I
software,
mean,
and
if
it's
you
just
play like that one GTA mission, right, where like Trevor's like sitting in the co-pilot seat of a police helicopter and like, yeah, we're doing this for a movie. Go ahead and take us around. And then he starts like, he has like the police camera and he's like running reports on people. Like, just like you barely have like an image of who they are, but you're already running reports on their figure. I feel
yeah,
like that would
so
be pretty much what the direction would
mass
be.
surveillance, just like facial recognition software. You can document where any
Yeah,
particular person is at any given time. CCTV recognizes this person's face. Oh, they have 5 warrants out. Officers are en route. So,
yeah, pretty much just
dystopian.
more like dystopian shit.
Okay. I'm also wondering, like, these are two completely separate things, but if you give AI enough information, I forget the name of the chess program. Is it like Deep Blue or some shit? But it was like early 2000s, I feel, where Deep Blue completely demolished the best chess player in the world at the time. So all that is to say, military applications with AI could be battle
I
tactics.
think it would be like a long way out before we start trusting like AI with like, all right, we're gonna send like 500 guys here, and we're gonna trust a computer program with these people's lives,
Well,
like because
mm,
I mean,
I
there's
feel like
only so much you can tell AI, right?
we're
Unless you're
kind
gonna
of
like tell them exactly like, all right, they have this many planes, they have the possibility of using this, but this many or this much materials.
yeah.
I
Well, I
mean,
think we have a very dumbed down version of that. I mean, they're not the same things, but take Tesla's autopilot, for example. It's automating a fuck ton of information and still managing to, for the most part, I'm sure there's been some cases where it's fucked up, but navigate a pretty busy metropolitan city just with artificial intelligence. So, how do you ramp that up to be changing in a geopolitical sense? I think it's possible. I don't know. But then you have to start trusting AI, which, I mean, if you can trust AI to like drive yourself around a city and it just gets better and better, then you know it'll
right.
just be some fucking brilliant. But then also the human factor of you
But
know
at that point, I mean, AI is just like pretty much just all this information that they gathered themselves. And it's in their database. All the extra, weird situations that happen is either coded in or, hasn't happened yet. And then we can set examples on it once we teach the AI about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what it's 2024. I don't know how far we'll live to see. I mean, obviously, there's the hope that like we're just around the corner for the next big boom of something, some massive, groundbreaking discovery that completely reshapes the game on how this shit is used.
Again. Yeah.
That's the hope, at least. I mean, obviously, I want to see it because that'd be exciting.
I'm
Be
just
cool.
excited for more dystopia shit. That's what I'm
You're
a fan of.
excited for the dystopia?
Yeah, because that's all that's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah, you're on
Right?
the
I mean,
or you'll be fine. You'll benefit from it.
I'm a pessimist, all right? Our government's not gonna like, oh, this could be good for the common person. No, they're gonna take advantage of it, right? They're gonna like take all the legal loopholes they can to like fuck over the average, smaller guy. So I
Yeah.
mean, there's only so much I can look forward to. I'm gonna look
Well,
forward to fucking cyberpunk. All right.
speaking of cyber, I think it was a city in California. They spent like 100 grand on a Cyber Beast variant cyber truck for their police department. It's just funny.
Stupid waste of money.
It's
Cybertruck is literally just. It's just like a different frame Tesla vehicle.
wow, man, it's the cyber truck. It goes.
Yeah, it's an insult to any truck in existence to call it a truck. All right.
Honestly, yeah.
The fact that it's being used for a police department is funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Good for them. They found ways to literally waste a shit ton of taxpayer money, and it was on that. So good for them.
I think the government. No, I was gonna say one thing that I was it's one of the like biggest economic things that Trump did during his time in office was reduce the corporate tax rate, I believe, from 32% to 18, I want to say. And one of the things that Kamala has wanted to do, or something that she's proposed, is increasing it back to like 22%. I think Trump's whole idea with that was you give our corporations tax cuts. It'll just go better for the economy. They'll hire more people. They'll have more money to spend on things, and it'll just do good for everyone. But at the same time, I feel like it only benefits very upper echelon groups of people.
Well, you said who tax cut?
Trump, when he was in office, he lowered the corporate tax rate from I think like 32%
Oh, okay.
to 18, with the idea that okay, so since we're not taxing them as much, they'll have more money to give to their employees,
Yeah.
make them feel more valuable, and it'll be a good thing. But
Which sounds like bullshit because I feel like immediately you should know, okay, this money's definitely going right into their pockets.
yeah,
And this is definitely going to help out my own business by putting money in my own pocket.
yeah, I still find it. I'm pretty sure I'd have to look more into to get the specifics, but bribery, I feel like everyone knows it's legal, just not in the normal, conventional sense. You can't give a politician money and tell them to do something. But if they do it, then you can give them money. It's basically like a tip. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's good. I think for the next presidential debate, we should give Donald Trump and Kamala Harris drugs like 20 milligrams of Xanax and just see which of them is still like coherent.
No, if it's lobbying, then it's a good thing. If it's bribery, then that's fucked up.
Yeah, well, lobbying obviously is good for those corporations because they just want more money. So like, obviously,
Who does it?
Yeah, that's fair. If I was a lobbyist and I had to lobby to Congress in order to get like special permissions for the OPP podcast to accelerate in growth, we were just given like $50,000 in federal grants to buy podcasting equipment. Well, fuck yeah. No shit, I'm gonna push for that.
Yeah. Whatever.
Feels
You
like
know
a,
what? Yeah, good for him. He found out a way to benefit himself, and he did it, and then had a good excuse for it.
yeah. I think this is interesting. It's this isn't mind changing, but it really does just put you in a state of you feel very relaxed. All right, I'm like a monk right now. I've reached nirvana. It's interesting. I think overall, though, I still preferred Coca Cola over this. He's taking a piss. He couldn't even announce that to the rest of us. God fucking damn it. Well, now the piss boy is gone.
Mr. Pissy.
Yeah, I feel like there was a couple other things that I mentioned that I wanted to get to.
Um,
Oh, fuck, I can already
God
feel the
damn
yawn.
you.
Fuck. You're supposed to be keeping me awake, Molly. You're supposed to make sure the EP doesn't get to me. If I can fight the EP,
when am I not eepy though?
that's the issue. You're always fucking EP. Why
Yeah.
is that?
Why is that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you just like dosing Xanax without me knowing about it? I think you just have Xanax that's naturally produced by your body.
Yeah.
I feel like out of all the substances, this one, you'd probably fucking enjoy this one.
I just pass out probably.
Yeah, it's like, genuinely, this medication can, I can see why it would be useful for people that have anxiety attacks. It really feels like it just takes the edge off. You feel like you can stretch in a way that's like a full fucking body stretch. I don't know. I feel like my vision is getting a bit more unfocused. It's fun. I don't know. I think it's just fun to try new things. Granted, this isn't the first time I've tried it. The last time, I remember after a while, I don't. It's another one of those stories where I didn't like black out, so to say, but I
You
have
fell
very.
asleep.
Oh yeah, obviously I fell asleep, but like before I fell asleep, I have very body recollections of what I was acting like beforehand. This would be a good, yeah, if you're at like a fucking trying to fucking pass out. You just got some fucking cat that won't shut up. Nah, man, this shit will knock you straight the fuck out.
I should take some.
I don't think the third substance you should ever try should be Xanax.
Why not?
Because I think you earn the right to take the boring substances once you've had your fun with the more exhilarating ones.
I don't think they're gonna be fun though.
I think, alright,
I can agree with that.
I think you guys would both enjoy cocaine.
All right. Well,
Coca Cola, my bad. Obviously, I know you fucking would.
I
Well,
think it's
oh, moving feels a bit more challenging. That's interesting.
I'm gonna be able to walk to the bed, right?
All right, folks, the Xanax has wore off.
all right. Awesome. Sorry, I got to talk about the PS5 Pro. All right,
Jesus Christ, that's a fucking scam.
$700, slightly better
popcorn?
performance. You lose the CD drive. You got to buy that separately.
Trash.
It looks cool. It's just a slightly better, like, I mean, obviously, if you buy like a PC equivalent, it's gonna be expensive as fuck, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, like all this for an extra terabyte of storage. Like I have a six terabyte PS5, 6.5.
How many fucking games are you playing, man?
I have enough for GTA 6. That's all I care about. All right, it's my GTA 6 machine. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. It's not worth it. What I think they're doing is they're testing the waters for the next generation because Xbox has been thinking about like just pulling out and they're just focusing on PC shit. because
Yeah,
they essentially they won the console wars.
who? Sony?
Yeah.
What's the issue? If they win, then they're the only one. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
Xbox.
they can put the price at whatever they want. You know,
Yeah,
obviously within reason. It has to be just under PC, but you know, it has to be high enough that people, you know, that they get like a significant amount of money, but like has to be low enough where people can kind of just a little bit justify it. Like, yeah, well, you know, but at the same time, you're still saving money with getting a PC because over time, you know, you're not paying $70 a year to for fucking internet on top of your internet bill.
$70 a year for internet? Who the fuck are you buying from? Let me get in on that shit.
$70 a year for PS Plus, right?
Oh, yeah, that's fucking.
That's what I was talking about.
I remember the good old days, all right, back in the PS3 times when internet was free. Granted, that came with
Yeah.
the trade off of your personal information. It was not very secure. But, feel like you can find a happy middle ground of like, maybe $40 a year.
Oh
Or it's
my god. Dude, wait, hold on. Premium extra essential. So just the essential? All right, I'm sorry. I'm on PlayStation.com right now. PS Plus. CL membership plans. The essential. The basic, bare bones shit, right? Guess how much it is right now.
what?
Just take a guess. Like the essential uh PlayStation Plus plan for 1 year.
I'm gonna guess $120.
All right, we are very pessimistic. It's $80. I
Oh,
remember when it was just $60.
oh, that's just the most basic tier. Yeah, I remember when it was 62, and that was fine. But
And then they brought it up last year to $70, and now it's 80 fucking dollars.
what's changed? What more do you get from it? Fucking nothing.
Yeah, you get nothing new. You get the monthly games, okay? Everyone does.
Monthly shit games. Or when was the last time they had something good? They were actually. Oh fuck! Hell
You-
yeah, you guys did good.
yeah. The premium is a 12 or yeah, the PlayStation Premium for the 12-month subscription is 160.
What the fuck?
That's where you get the classics catalog or game trials.
I mean,
To get
look, maybe
demos for games, you pay $160 a month or a
that is
year.
ridiculous. Like if all you do is you're a gamer, then I can kind of understand it because when you add up the subscription costs of everything else, like I just got a fucking email from Hulu saying that in October they're gonna raise the price of Hulu and Disney Plus without ads to $18. I can't say no. What's
Yeah.
increasing? Your guys' original shows, they're gonna go through the roof. You guys are gonna start making amazing content? No. You're just going what Netflix does
Yeah.
because they did it and they got away with it.
Which it's just literally just gonna go the route as like any like satellite TV satellite used to do. You know,
Yeah,
you're
you're
just gonna
paying.
pay for a catalog of like certain shows. It's gonna be the same shit. It's just except it's all digital this time.
Yeah.
And then they're
Or
gonna like act like they're better.
or what you can do is learn how to pirate shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to look into it. Hypothetically, of course, I would
Yeah.
look into it.
In Minecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think it's amazing. So, what's the name of the website? Stream East or some shit? They illegally broadcast a lot of UFC pay-per-view cards because who wants to fucking pay $80 for this shit? All right, they're just increasing the prices, but
Well,
it's still
that
the same.
like it's increasingly hard to find. Like, I feel like it's hard to find like those fights if I really want to watch it, and I'm like not in the loop. And it's
I
like
can
same
give
for
you
the
a couple of
NFL. Like, there's Thursday
I can,
night, Sunday night.
I can give you the links. I know a couple of places. I mean, they're funny. So the UFC or the chairman of the UFC, Dana White, he puts on such a fucking tough guy facade about like how he's going to combat these illegal stream websites. Like, yeah, we've got this fucking guy wiretapped, and we're just waiting for him to post that link, and then I'll take him down. As
Yeah.
if you, the random fucking CEO of some company, are involved in the inner workings of whatever police agency is a part of this. But I guess all he can do is like put on that tough guy persona, maybe scare off 20 or 30 people that buy into the bullshit. It's actually not illegal for you, the viewer, to view these illegal streams. The only people that could ever be held responsible in a court of law are the server owners. But
Okay. So it's
they're a bit,
kind of similar to like the guy like threatening the furry hackers,
yeah,
except like he's not really like bashing on the normal person. He's just like kind of just making a fool of himself the whole time.
yeah. I think as soon as the idea of a subscription based service really started to take off is when we got fucked. I would rather pay for like I'd rather make a one time payment of Netflix for like $500.
Yeah.
I could live with that completely. But no. Like with Adobe, everyone knows Adobe is shit. It's fucking ludicrous. They I know they were in hot waters for it a while back, but their new terms and agreements basically said that we have access to any and all content that we may use to train our own AI models, and you don't have an opt out feature.
Yeah. I
I
mean
mean,
that was one of our topics like months ago.
yeah.
But
I also like BMW. You have to pay a subscription service in order to keep the heated seats in your vehicle working.
yeah.
It's fuck, man.
That wait, you said what company? Was that Tesla you said?
BMW. BMW.
BMW? That's
Very
weird.
motor.
For BMW that's weird.
Everyone's doing it because it's why make a one-time purchase when you can make continuous purchases. And
That sounds so corrupt. I love it. Dystopia. I love it.
this is why I think Trump's plan that he signed into office, reducing the corporate tax rate, was maybe not a great idea because it just gives them the green light. All right, well, fuck it. Now let's really fucking grind him down.
Well, that's good for him though, because like he helped himself. That's pretty much all it is.
Well, yeah, he helped himself and he helped a couple of people, and
He helped a couple of like people who really didn't need help. They're already
yeah.
like they had it made. But
But no, well, it's obviously our fault. I'm not working two jobs. I don't have a side hustle, a successful
yeah, you're
side.
right. Yeah, it's our fault that we're not CEOs
Yeah. Well, Molly's working
right
on
now.
it. She's got craft fairs and shit. How well do you think we're gonna go?
Um, I wouldn't say I'm gonna like make it big, but at least to make some money back.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab the vape juice. I gotta see how walking feels. Holy fuck, man! Sitting feels so nice. God,
Next
I'm
year you should try should legitimately try making our characters. It's just like a little like advertisement.
I'm gonna pick your brain about that more in just a minute. I want to know what you mean by that.
For me to like crochet.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you think it's possible.
Um, I'm assuming you mean like your little no cam robot thing,
I mean, I guess we could do that. That would be interesting.
or
I was talking about the game, but
okay,
it's
those would be
classified.
a lot easier
Yeah.
to do. Because I was gonna say, I don't know how well I'd do at yours or mine for our little profile pictures here.
Yeah. Still be an interesting trek. But regardless, we got SpaceX crew forms historic spacewalk. It's what is it? Just a bunch of billionaires having fun. That's pretty much all it is. They just performed the first spacewalk by a private company, and they're 870 miles above Earth, which is further than the ISS. So it's further humans have been in years, like in a long, long time.
That's good, right?
Yeah, good for the billionaires. They're officially deemed astronauts now just by having money and uh it's going up there. So good for them. You know,
I would do the same.
billionaires for the win. I would do the same. Obviously,
Ocean Gate Part 2.
I wish. I mean, obviously not. I want them to come home safe. Um, yes, that's what that was. Whole space news. Good for them. We got another historic space win that nobody's going to talk about because space, for some reason, is a very niche topic. Um, Another niche topic we have is SS United States. It used to be United States flagship, one of the ocean liners at the time. Um, there hasn't been an agreement made. The last deadline was supposed to be on the 12th, I believe. Was last Thursday, and they still haven't made an agreement yet. And they're supposed to. It's like these people who want to sink the ship and make it one of the biggest reefs along the U.S. coastline for like scuba divers to go explore, or it's they want to keep it alive and above the water. And I guess we'll find out on Wednesday because that's when the next agreement is supposed to be made. So
Yeah.
I guess that's just a big non-news for now.
I think I want to give you like 30 milligrams of Xanax, Jason, and I just want to see how mellow you get.
I don't think I can get mellow. I don't think that's possible. We have James Earl Jones.
Oh
He
shit! Yeah,
served in
he's served.
the U.S. Army. He was
Okay,
a Army Ranger, actually.
interesting. What do you
Uh,
mean who?
Who?
the guy who voices Darth Vader. At least that was one of his biggest roles. He also like did a lot of different films. But he started making it big as Darth Vader. But he's just like a really good voice actor. Uh,
He's got a deep voice.
yeah, iconic deep voice. Um, yeah, he passed away. Just this week. So yeah, I think that's very historic. I feel like I thought he had.
How,
I feel like I thought he had like a little bit more time, but shit. I
yeah.
mean,
How often do you think about your own mortality, Jason?
I thought about it a lot today, considering I was on a funeral. Detail, but
So when you're thinking about your own mortality, like what does that entail? Do you think about like what if I just die today? What legacy do I leave behind? Or just
I
damn,
just think
death
about
is
like the
kind of
inconvenience that my body will leave behind, and just like how much I don't give a fuck about how much, because I'm
you're
not using my
too
body anymore. How much
you're too logical with your own thoughts of dying. How's that gonna make you feel? Right? You're dead.
I'm not gonna feel anything.
But you don't know that.
I am almost certain. Even if like there is an afterlife, I wouldn't really give a shit what happens to my body. I'm not using it anymore, right?
Well, devil is gonna have uses for you. He's gonna put you to work.
That would just be my soul. My body, my physical earth form, right? Wouldn't just it's just useless. It's just gonna be recycled by the earth.
Yeah, but then your soul is gonna be condemned to eternal damnation. You're just gonna be doing fucking
That has
12
nothing
hours.
to do with my body, though. That's
Yeah, but your soul endures, alright? It'll just be worn down and up until
I mean, that's okay, up to your own interpretation of what you believe in. But
like I think
I
hell is
mean,
done
what
and
your
then
question was is what happens to my body when I die, and that's what at least that's what I thought that you were talking about.
can you have a soul without a body?
Sure.
How does
I,
that work?
I don't know.
That's why there's just nothingness.
Yeah, maybe it is just nothingness. We like it's literally just like a happenstance that we're conscious. We're talking to each other right now. It's a blessing that we're alive, because millions on top of billions of other like happenstances could have happened and we couldn't be here today. Or, there's a set number of souls, once a baby's created, soul is transferred into there, One seems more significant than the other, one seems more special than the other. But I mean, the other is also religious, so it's kind of special in its own way.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I hope James Earl Jones is in a happy place. Good for him.
Probably will be.
He's in a extremely influential actor, and yeah, not a lot of people know about his early life, but yeah.
I still don't know who you're talking about.
We watched episode 4. He was Darth Vader. At least the voice of Darth Vader. The guy who physically played Darth Vader, I believe, was banned from ever attending any Star Wars events.
I don't think he was ever banned. I think he just like kind of neglected all of them because he got mad at him, or maybe like he kind of got mad and then they just eventually banned him because
he had a Stephen Ogg moment. Yeah.
No one knew who
he was outside.
All right, Stephen Ogg had a Han Solo moment. All right, but which is stupid because you're gonna be like that much of an influential character. People are just gonna refer to you as that character. Most people are simple-minded, and most people just like, they're not gonna study your background. They're not really gonna give a shit about you. They're gonna care about what you did.
Yeah, your most famous thing. I mean, what, he was a side character in Better Call Saul, as opposed to the best.
Yeah, what do you want me to say? Like, oh yeah, you're the side character from Better Call Saul, or like, oh yo, it's Trevor Phillips.
Yeah.
Which one would you rather want?
Crybaby moment.
Yeah.
Good. Get him on. We'll just be confirmation.
Yeah. Next up, we have the litter box.
The litter box. Fuck, man, that shit pisses.
Or the Ritter box. Gets rid of your cats.
We already talked about cats. We can skip this one.
No, we're gonna talk about this. All right.
All I'll say is, if you're gonna buy one of those self-cleaning litter boxes, do the research. Spend a couple hundred extra just to make sure that like there is a 0% chance that your cat can ever get fucking crushed by one of these things.
Yeah, I would say just like don't buy self-cleaning litter box. You can get one of those raised ones. You can get like anti-scent litter, cat litter. That one seemed to work the best. Put it in your bathroom. Kind of like out of the way. I just would never get a self-cleaning one, especially after like hearing about this shit. Absolutely fucking like disgusting. Because like the company itself is like trying to cover up their names by advertising it under different names and then making it seem like it's a product of a similar stature that like sells legitimate self-cleaning litter boxes that don't kill cats. So it just advertises itself very similar to that. So it's there intentionally to confuse people. It's cheaper too, so they're like, oh, wow, let me buy this. So yeah, I would just buy those raised litter boxes. I would just stay the fuck away from those mechanical ones. I wouldn't trust that with a fucking 10-foot pole, especially if I'm not like watching it 24/7.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't.
Convenience is nice, but like, I don't mind a whole lot of just like scooping out my cat's litter box. It takes like what, 3 minutes, and it's the least I can do for them.
Yeah.
So they don't shit on my things.
regardless, it's easier than having a dog. Having to take them
Yeah.
out like every like couple
Yeah.
couple hours to like couple 30 minutes or something, and then they literally just shit in a bucket for you, and then you just scoop it up, with this sand that's supposed to cover up their scent.
Yeah.
It's not that fucking hard. Just clean it yourself.
Just do things you don't want to do. All right, you'll feel better about yourself, supposedly. Yeah.
I mean, I think I would feel better about myself. This piece of uh my cat's toilet won't kill it. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's pretty much essentially what it is. I mean, that not knocking on those people that bought the product and the hope and was just assuming that said product that they bought was gonna work like as intended. But like after hearing this news and you still buy the same litter box, you're kind of
Yeah.
a fucking retard. Excuse my
Yeah.
language.
I don't want to. I don't want to take the chance. I'd rather take the 3 minutes and just do it myself than ever have to like think about the possibility that.
You're gonna come home.
And my cat's just gonna be hanging. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that. But no, I mean, I guess fuck. We just gotta let nature take its course.
That should have been the name of this episode. Let nature take its course.
No, man, too afar. Or that officer, he went too afar.
Yeah. Everything went too far. PS5.
That shit's ridiculous. No incentive to buy it. No
Yeah.
new games. Microsoft, you need to make a comeback, man. You need competition.
Yeah, it was PS5 billionaires. They went too far. The two of talk to and went too far. Um the litter box that went too far. The only thing that I would say didn't go too far was Ian McGregor. He earned his spot on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He got his own star,
Hell
which is
yeah.
kind of cool.
Overdue.
Yeah, it was overdue. Um, really weird time for him to get it, but I mean, good for him. It's good. Wait, he was in Robots. He played Jesus at some point. And he obviously his most iconic role was Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. Damn, man. Xanax, it's hard.
I can tell.
You can tell? What are you
He was
talking
in
about?
Beauty and the Beast at some point. What was he?
What?
He was the little mirror? Who is that?
Ian McGregor was the mirror?
Isn't that the candle?
Lemire. Mhm.
I think nicotine and benzodiazepines is a really good combination. Look, you've tried drunk vaping before, right? It just hits different. It's
Yeah, that's why I do like drunk things. Yeah, it is the candle. He was the candle from the new. That's crazy.
I think you're kind of crazy.
Okay.
Kind of schizophrenic.
How so? Oh, Hayden Christensen showed up for it too. That's kind of cool.
Hayden Christensen, he was the guy who plays Anakin.
Yeah, he showed up for Ian McGregor's star,
Hell
Hollywood
yeah.
star. I feel like he should get it too. All right.
Yeah,
He was
he's
in a
got
lot of movies, but he's still really good.
I mean, he's made a couple of appearances in some of the more
Anyone who
recent.
had to sit there and try and figure out how to make George Lucas's scripts make sense should get a star in the fucking Hollywood strip, all right?
I'd kill on the set of Star Wars. All right. I feel like it'd be so fun to try and do a play while intoxicated. It doesn't have to be Xanax. It could be a variety of substances. Like I'm
That's why I
trying
was
to
trying to get us to do Our Town. All right,
our town, but fucked up.
that would actually.
I'd have to
You know
obviously
how
I'd want.
good of a fucking series that would be.
I'd have to try cocaine for that. That would amp me up. I'd be fucking. Imagine if
All
we
right.
had to do our comedy scene. That was way too fucking lively for it.
Can you imagine if we did that high school, danger zone thing, but like
If
you were
I
high and I was drunk?
Yeah, I would have fucking smashed that shit full force, man. I've just been in the moment. I'm method acting.
I probably would have like smacked the, like I probably would have like dived, like beyond the stage and then just laughed it off. And then woke up the next morning with like an entire fucking bruised shoulder.
Fuck, man, you're making me wish I had a time machine. There's so many things I would like. I think that's good to any potential viewer. Um, you really just gotta say fuck it more often. I think any great story begins with your mindset being fuck it. Let's just do
Yeah,
it. Whoa, trying to read is difficult.
that's interesting. It's supposed to make you focus on reading more.
But yeah, I'm like, I have to engage the part of my brain that deciphers words and images. Looking at Discord is interesting.
Yeah, that was it. What did you say for the potential viewers? Because we
I
have none.
the potential viewers that keep on living, you know? Every day is a new you.
Every new day could be your last.
That's a fucking depressing thing to say.
That's what the pastor said at the at the funeral today. You don't know what could happen on the interstate. I do because I'm the fucking driver. All right, I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fucking survive. All right.
I think how much of a mindfuck it would be to go to like a Sunday service while tripping. First time going in there.
Yeah, whatever happened to gang day?
Yeah,
We'll get to it.
when you're back.
Churches won't go extinct by the time you're back.
Yeah.
I think I'm just hiccuping.
All right. Well, please, for the love of God, somebody give us a topic. We can talk about it.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty mellow. Like I can bounce back off of anything you guys say, but my brain capacity to actively partake. Actually, Molly, can you hand me my work phone on the ground? One thing I love to do while I'm just killing time at a job site is Motorola phones. They give you a bunch of interesting news articles that sound clickbaity as fuck, but sometimes they're interesting. Like, um, um, um. Okay, never mind. I fucking lied. There's nothing interesting on my news article.
All right.
Do you think hate speech is protected under the First Amendment?
Yeah.
Hate speech.
What do you?
Whatever you
Yeah.
want
What do you
to
mean by
like,
hate
please.
speech?
If you're just like saying like, oh, like fuck you, fuck this.
Is that hate
But,
speech?
like, not really, but like, yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I guess the only time I would consider any sort of verbal thing against First Amendment, not even First Amendment, just if you're like threatening someone, like if you're like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and you like
Yeah.
say it in a way you like more so mean it than as a joke,
Yeah.
I'd say that's kind of you know, not allowed.
It's inciting words versus provocative words. I think there's been state Supreme Court or Supreme Court cases that have ruled that if like you say to a random person, "Go fuck yourself, you miserable cunt," that doesn't give them the right to punch you. But if you say, "Miserable fuck, I'm gonna take this knife and I'm gonna stab you 18 times," then it gives them the right to kind of respond in an equal way.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Agree.
Yeah.
I don't like Xanax for how tired it makes you. I like it for the relaxing effects, but obviously this is a drug designed to mellow out people who are just having a bit of a spaz moment.
Were you having a spaz moment when you took it?
I don't think no, I think what I should start doing is if like I'm gonna be driving through the cities, just like a couple of pills of Xanax.
No.
That's why I
don't
do
that.
Zins. It mellows me out. I think alcohol's like the
Zins, no.
ultimate, like calms me, kind of makes me tired. Sounds
No.
pretty similar.
It's like if I drink lightly, then I feel I'm in a happy, good feel mood. But after a certain point, I get more fuck it, and my inhibitions are greatly lowered, and not in a good way when it comes to a traffic situation.
Yeah. Oh god. If any viewer out there has anything to fucking say at all, just speak your mind. I'm curious. I want to know what the public has to say.
Mr. NoCam, can I get your thoughts?
About
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, hopefully out of the current organization I'm in and pursuing some sort of interesting degree that I find is going to be helpful.
Well, you don't like the degree I told you about?
With psychology?
There was no, that's my left field. There's this funny video on TikTok I saw where a guy was dressed as a Walmart employee. So he just asked a person leaving, "Yeah, can I see your receipt?"
And then ate it.
Yeah, and he was, so he just fucking ate it, and then he was just
Yeah, no, I saw
gaslighting
that one
I
like
don't-
forever ago. I feel like I sent that to you.
I feel like
Because I saw that forever ago, and it was like this. Yeah, and then he just started screaming, "He ate my receipt!" Like he obviously like didn't know what to fucking do, so like he just like started like, you don't even what the.
I feel like I know what job you should apply to. Once
Yeah,
you're
shitty
more settled.
social media influencer.
Yeah,
I would
Well-
definitely eat someone's receipt for views.
that's good. I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna try my fucking damnedest to remember this.
I mean, I also saw like shitty video of like someone who's like saw someone's Walmart uniform, like saw someone's Walmart vest and was like, "All right, what Walmart do you serve?" Like, how long have you been serving Walmart? And it was like, Walmart stolen valor.
How long did you serve? Were you deployed
Yeah.
overseas?
Yeah, I was deployed in India's Walmart. India Walmart
Fucking
Fulfillment Center. It's like, oh, that's
They
interesting.
have,
What number was it? It was like 25624. It's like, I don't remember that being the number. Yeah. Stolen valor.
It is stolen valor.
We should do that, except like I'm wearing like a McDonald's uniform.
I still have a couple of my old manager shirts if you ever want a job shot of me out of McDonald's.
That could be interesting, actually. Beyond.
I can just walk in and say that, yeah, we took someone's shift. What do you guys want us to do?
Just work for free for fun. You know what? Fuck it. If I have a GoPro on.
I mean, you've done it once before.
You know, I would actually do that if I was exposing Trickliner Duck.
Whoa. That's a pretty color.
We're gonna have
Why
our
would
own
you do
Skeeter
that?
Gene channel, right?
Let's go after the person with the 17-year-old girlfriend. Okay.
No, he's a friend. I want Chris Hansen.
All right, whatever,
They broke
dude.
up.
He's still doing something
broke up,
illegal.
so
He's still
no,
doing something illegal, right?
Well, they're broken up now, so it's all good.
Jesus Christ. All right.
He's not gonna do it again.
We have a very interesting cast of characters that we will get on at some point.
I'm interested for the fuck this is gonna go in the next couple of years. But in the meantime, you know, it's gonna be the same old. You know, I'll be the goody two shoes. You continue to
The goody two shoes, motherfucker! You were the instigator.
No, I'm not. I'm the good guy. You know, it's like when Franklin pulls up for that mission where like you kill Trevor. He's like, "Yeah, I know what you're doing. You're the peacemaker." No, that's what I am.
I don't think
If that's what you want to believe.
I don't think you're a good peacemaker.
I'm a
all right?
perfect peacemaker.
Perfect.
Ideal, actually, is the right word.
Definitely not.
Look, man, all I'll say is that my 3 years working at McDonald's taught me more than any FBI hostage negotiator class ever could teach me. I'm great at disarming people.
Okay, buddy.
I just have a friendly smile, you know? How it
Smile.
is.
All right, who would be the peacemaker out of this group
Whatever.
then?
Who
Who would be the
what?
peacemaker?
Me.
Jesus Christ, I don't think so.
I'm very level-headed. I can understand both
No.
sides.
Maybe right now. Well,
I don't even think right now. I think you're.
I could broker a peace deal between Ukraine.
All right,
and
do it right now.
All right, fuck it. Let me call up Zelensky.
No, don't call him up right now.
I was-
Just come up with the idea right now. What is it?
You can have the territories that you've managed to take over, but we're doing a ceasefire for the next 5 years. No more advancements.
Okay, obviously that's not going to work out, right? Because Russia wants their
Why
land.
not? Well, they can keep what they've taken, but like you gotta.
Well,
you gotta
Russia
stop them
literally
before they-
lost land
Well, that
into
sucks. You
Russia.
should have done a better job.
So they're not going to be happy with that. I would say whoever presses the nuke button first wins. P.S. Ukraine doesn't have a nuke button anymore because they're retarded enough to give it to Russia.
I think a random citizen. Never mind. That's fucking stupid. I'm not.
No,
gonna
we should
say
have a
that.
10-person board. 5 people from
I've heard this idea from
Ukraine.
I fucking hate it. It is so stupid.
5 people. No, wait. 2 people from Russia, 3 people from Ukraine, and 5 people from the U.S. And they figure out a peace deal.
I think
There we go. Just took a little bit of amazing. It's interesting. Your body just feels like it's made of fucking gel. Like standing was a bit of a challenge right there.
be careful.
I would never smack my face against the fan.
All right. Well, that being said, if nobody has any other extra topics, that's gonna be the podcast for the night.
Thank you guys. Every single one of you viewers.
Fuck you guys for listening.
YouTube
If you're not gonna fucking say anything, then why even pop in? Like, there's literally
I'm just
like
gonna end it-
says send a message like top bottom right corner, and you're not gonna fucking use it. Useless.
Look, I think are you gonna mute him?
Yeah.
No, I think any viewer that listens to this, obviously, we appreciate you, and we hope to have you on as a guest at one point, because as much fun as it is just like bullshitting about our lives and our thoughts, what really makes it interesting is you, the random person, who has a whole life story and you want to tell it to complete random fucking strangers. So please, if at any point you're fucking listening, have a song. We'll blow you up, alright? You'll become fucking 15 minute of fame. You could become the next Talk to a Girl by speaking with OPP.
No, I disagree with all of that. Fuck all of you if you're not gonna like say anything. Go fuck yourselves and have a shitty week.
Get out! Get out! Get out!